Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another reading. This will be Sun, Moon, Rising Taurus with Venus and Jupiter in your individual planetary position, and we'll see your energies, guys. Okay. Today is the 25th of September 2021. And this energy check will be for you, Taurus, for the next 10 to maybe 12 days, around this period in time. Okay, so take what resonates with you, guys. I will be doing periodic checks for a couple of zodiac signs, not for all. I won't have the time, but definitely for a couple of them. Knight of Pentacles, that is your energy, guys, with the Fool card. Okay, so you could be thinking about some kind of a situation, trying to understand the Four of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. So there has been some kind of regret, grief, sorrow, and what I'm getting more so, again, the Fool shows up, more so with some kind of trust issue, guys. I mean, you're trying to understand how do you kind of balance this trust issue. You know, I mean, this is not something that you are maybe thinking about, right? Thinking about, because this is something that is there in your case, but you're trying to work with it, right? You're not very comfortable with the situation. To me, it looks like that the comfort level is a little bit unstable with something in your life, excuse me, that you're trying to understand. What it is difficult to say. Situations could be different for different people, but yeah, definitely. See the Two of Pentacles, yeah, and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, you're trying, this is a factor of financial stability for some of you, right? It's a factor of becoming stable enough to take a call on a decision that you want to. With the Emperor, it means that you want your power back, right? Maybe you have given away your power. Yeah, the Four of Cups. You've given away your power. You have learned a lesson, Taurus. And it's time for you to take that power back from some situation, from somebody or some situation in your life, right? Which is the Fool, which is where you're trying to kind of juggle things, you know, make a decision, choose your, because you're definitely desiring a change from your situation, wherever you are at this point in life, Taurus. You're definitely wanting a break. You're definitely wanting to move away. You're definitely wanting to leave behind a situation that no longer kind of works for you anymore. But the factor of stability is a part of your story as well. Okay, so we'll see what kind of energies, guidance you're getting from this reading, guys. But definitely there is a factor of you feeling that you have, you know, you're feeling very sad at this point. You're trying to understand how you can rework on situations, rework on things, something that was there with you earlier but you could not see. Yeah, see the wheel, right? The wheel. And there is something in your life that you feel you could have got a better hold of had you taken steps around that portion in time. But that opportunity of that particular situation is gone from your life. So yeah, so whatever is gone, don't dwell on those, guys. I mean, what's gone is gone. Don't sit back and think about that and create sorrow. You're feeling very bad, yeah, about something in life, in the tangible world, that you could have possibly done, you could have possibly got, but like I said, you may have missed that opportunity in your life, right? So, but my advice to you guys would be, don't dwell on that situation. What is not for you will never be for you. What is for you is where you have to put in your effort, right? So your trust and your hope should be based on your future, not on the past. What has happened in the past, right, wrong, doesn't matter. Don't keep that, don't go around beating around the same bush over and over again. Oh, I wish I had that. Oh, I wish I had done that. Oh, I wish I had taken that opportunity. Oh, I wish I had better insight to my future understanding. Oh, I wish. That line should not be there in your case. It should be, what can I do to make things better now? Where is that concentration, the focus that I need to put in up, right? That I need to work for. That should be your part of the story, guys, because something about your situation is talking about, something that, like I said, something you have not seen before clearly, right? And now you are not only seeing that situation clearly, but you also want that situation in the right way. In the right way, okay? And guys, you won't be able to see the cards, but I'm going to read out the cards. So as we read out the cards, you will get your messages, okay? So yeah, so something in your life, Taurus, like I said, you have missed out. There is kind of an apathy that you are crossing through, okay? But the Queen of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles with the King of Wands here. Okay, we'll see what's going on, guys. Okay, we start your reading, Taurus, this time around with the Star card, right? And the Star card talks about a lot of healing in your life. A lot of things that, like I said, you have missed out. You have gone through a lot of pain, understanding, grief, situations that now you feel that you could have done better with in your life, but you just did not work on that, right? You have ignored that situation earlier on. You did not pay attention to that. Maybe your foresight was dimmed, right? You did not believe on providence for some of you, right? A lot of things could have happened, a lot of things, but your understanding on that situation will be changing. You will not only learn to trust yourself, you will also learn to trust your destiny, right? Trusting your destiny at this point is very important to you, Taurus. Because whatever you're doing in your life, remember, you have no control on any situation in your life. You definitely have no control, right? So all you have to do is to put your entire faith and trust on your destiny and allow providence to work for you. Really, allow providence to work for you. Because if you try to control providence, if you try to tell universe the way universe should work for you, you're going to lose it all, right? You work with the universe and universe works with you. Nobody is working here alone. You have no control on your faith, on your purpose, on your future. So you have to allow providence to take care of that situation for you, Taurus, right? But this Star card talks about a lot of changes that is occurring in your understanding. lot of things that earlier you, like I said, that earlier you did not rely on. Like you took control of everything. You were like, okay, this is where I want to go. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to be, right? That I has to change into the providence, the wish of the providence, right? Allow providence to come forward and say, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's get going. Not I can do it. We will do it. Let's get going. You know, that kind of an energy. So you have to base your faith on that purpose of your life. What kind of purpose do you have in your life? What is your end goal? What are you looking at for the next 5 years, 10 years, 12 years, whatever the time period could be? What is that you're aiming for? What kind of a purpose you are having for yourself, right? Allow providence to work for that purpose along with you. It's not, I'm not saying that you go and sleep and providence will work for you. No, you have to work with providence. But what I'm trying to say, guys, is that you cannot take control of that, right? If providence wants you to go north, you have to go north. Don't say, oh, I don't want to go north, I want to go west, right? In that case, against you're working against the will of your fortune, of your providence. So base your trust and intuition on this aspect of having that faith and purpose in your life, right? Which is where justice shows up, right? This is again talking about your logical part of the story. That's what I was talking about, control of your logic. The main problem with you, Taurus, what I have been observing, and to be very honest with you, is not that you guys don't want to deal or do things right. No, 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 no. Y'all are the most genuine and ready to take on challenges kind of people, right? Kind of that sign. But the problem is when things get entangled logically, right? That's where you go wrong, because you tend to overthink on everything, Taurus. Y'all are that sign. You're like, okay, you know, if I have this option, you make up the options in your head. If you have one, you make up two more. If you have three, then you make up two more. So you have 5 options. Now, what is happening in your life, Taurus, is you're going around that 5 options. And in the end, you're failing to choose even one for yourself. You're failing because you're too entangled with your logical part of the story. You're not being able, all the decisions in life has to be emotionally and logically balanced. That's when faith and purpose in your life towards your destiny will give you back the right reward. So if you fail in the logical part of your understanding, and if you try to control your providence, like I said, control your destiny, control whatever, control, you know, take control, that's not going to work. Somewhere you have to let go of that control and tell providence, okay, you know what, I put my full faith and trust on you. Allow me to work with you and let's work together. But don't try to take the control of the reins in your hand. And if you do that, your logical part of the story will go totally haywire. And that is exactly what Providence is telling you to do with the Justice card. Right? Learn to be truthful because it's karma. It's karma. It's time to serve your karmic debts, right? And the moment you can serve, that is ending, some kind of a karmic debt is ending for you. That's where the star is showing up. Allow providence to take care of that next part of your life for you, Taurus, right? Because the star is showing up with the justice, telling me that a part of your karmic debt, whatever that is for each one of you, y'all can resonate with that better. That is ending or coming towards an end, right? So it's very, very important for you guys to take a note of this period in time and allow providence to work for you. But you have to be very logical in yourself. If you're illogical and you behave like a kid, or if you're illogically demanding things from from providence, and you're like telling providence, oh, okay, I put my faith and trust on you, but allow me to do things which I have been dreaming about, but have not yet got it. Yes, but there is a limit to it. Guys, there is a limit. Now somebody comes up and says that tomorrow I want to win a lotto and I want to go around the world. Do you think it's feasible? It's possible. If it happens, it's very good. But usually it doesn't. You have to be very rational and logical in your approach towards this end of your karmic debt in order for you to move forward. Because only when you're logical in your thought process, that's when you will see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? Your tunnel vision, that vision towards the vision that you have had, the narrow vision, the narrow tunnel vision will widen up, and you will see how providence works in your favor. But for which, guys, you have to be very truthful, right? Honest about your own situation. Don't try to cover up things. Don't try to lie. Don't try to play it smart. Be very careful during this portion in time, because opportunity is coming at your doorstep, right? So be very, very cautious of this situation and allow providence to work with you, and you work with providence. But don't try to control the reins in your hand and pull the reins back every time providence is asking you to move forward and you're pulling back in your logical and you're telling yourself, oh, no, I can't do that. That's highly impossible. If you do that, you lose it, because you're coming to an end of some situation, like I said, a karmic debt in your life. So now is the time to let it go, to let go of that control. Don't try to pull back and try to take control of that situation, because if you do that, you're going to lose out on the next chapter or the next part of your life in here, Taurus, right? Because of the Six of Swords, because again, like I said, there is a transition in the pipeline. Whatever the transition means for you, each one of you. Some of you guys could be in that middle of a lot of worries, tension, stress. You don't want it anymore. You want to leave. You want to get away from that situation. And you're taking the help of providence, or you will be taking the help of providence to allow you to move forward, right? There is a guiding light here that will help you to move forward. So whatever that guiding light could be, either it could be in the form of some friendship, somebody who is in that energy to help you move forward. It also can be from the 3D world. If not, it can be from the 5D, where you will get the guiding light in order for you to move forward towards a situation in your life that you want to, where there is peace, where there is comfort, where there is joy, where there is happiness, and where there is love. Right? Because some of you guys could be really worked up with everyday tensions and everyday problems. You don't want to deal with that anymore. And that is with the Page of Pentacles. That is where you're gradually moving forward in your understanding, right? That you have to find a way out of this situation. And that is where the karmic debt is coming to an end. So allow that vision to open up, right? Allow providence to work in your favor, to open up that vision for you. And don't try to take control of every situation in your life, thus keeping providence at a distance and doing everything by yourself and thinking that you can manage to control everything in your life. You can't. So this is where you are wanting to find a source or to find a way out of a situation in your life that you do not want to be in. You want peace, you want tranquility, you want happiness, you want love, you want everything that makes you completely fulfilled in your life, that gives you that pleasure, that brings back, but you know for which you have to work hard, right? You have to be very intuitive, you have to learn to be social, you have to learn to talk with people, you have to get a new network, people who will come forward, help you to release your burden from that everyday worry, making new friends, right? Collecting a group of people around you, whatever that could be, in your own way. In your own way. That gives you a lot of pleasure, that makes you feel at ease, right? That makes you feel a little bit more comfortable, at ease, where you feel that, yeah, there is a lot of peace around me, a lot of tranquility around me, right? And that is where the Queen of Cups is showing up. So some of you guys could be in touch with this figure, a figure of love, unconditional love, right? And some of you guys could be in that situation where you'll want to leave all this behind, problems behind, and get in touch with your love, with your own emotions, because she is the Queen of emotions, right? She is one queen who can give unconditional love without taking care of her own self. She's so loving, she's so dedicated to the word called love, right? And this is by herself. So some of you guys are wanting to get back into that emotional part of the story where you feel loved and you can feel that vibration that you want to share with people, right? You want to share with people, you want to give that, because then you have your Empress energy. So this is somebody, could be a feminine figure, right? Somebody you love. For some of you, you want that love, that outburst of love in your life, that wherever, because she is, again, the Empress is somebody who brings love into every situation, is abundant by herself, right? She has every part of her situation under control. She doesn't work. She doesn't run around and do things. She takes things and she sits like an empress and people work for her. But she gives out love. She gives out her unconditional love. She loves people. She has so much of abundance in her that brings fertility in any situation that she is in, right? So either you guys are in touch with somebody of this kind around this portion in time, or Taurus, or you by yourself, this is your energy too. You want to be in that energy now. And this is where you are looking for that logical part of the solution, which is the end of a karmic situation and the beginning of a new chapter in your life, that where you want to give birth to something beautiful, bring that fertility of abundance, happiness, prosperity, everything in your life back once again, guys. Okay, so all of you, please remember, Taurus, and that I'm reading, it's a general reading. I'm reading for everybody. It's not per se your situation or her situation or his situation, right? It's a general reading, which is clearly telling me that you guys will have to take things very, very logically and rely on universe to guide you through this period, to bring back whatever that fertility in your life, that love, the happiness, the abundance, the joy, everything that you perhaps have failed to experience before, right? But then you have the Queen of Swords. But what they are telling you, guys, in order for you to do this, right, not only will you have to be very logical, as I explained to you, you have to be very logical, very sharp, have a very clear intellect, very important. Have a very clear intellect, because whatever is not suiting you around this portion in time, you will be cutting them off, whether it's people, friends, relatives, anybody. Somebody who comes to you with a different part, with a different motive, any purpose, hidden purpose, you will know that. You will know that, and you will cut that person off straight away, because what you are looking at is your fertility, right? So you will be intellectually very sharp. Your tongue will be very sharp. Some people may call you bitter. Some people may call you names. So be it. Doesn't matter. But you know what? If somebody is here who could be affecting your emotional part of the story, who makes fun because you are emotionally inclined, you will cut them off. You have two qualities. You have the quality of the Queen of Cups. Man, women, doesn't matter. Male, female, doesn't matter. You have the quality of the Queen of Cups, and you have the quality of the Queen of Swords. So this quality can change into this quality any moment. You know, at one moment you could be like full of love because you are giving birth to something. So you have to be very careful with your emotions and your logic. That's what they are trying to tell you here. In order to give birth to something, you need to be in balance with your emotions and with your logic, Taurus. Right? So take that in mind. Keep that in mind, you know, because that's only fair. It's only in that way, you know, you will be able to balance your situation, because you could be feeling out of balance with money, with love, with emotions, because then you have the King of Pentacles, right? So you could be feeling, this is your energy. So you could be feeling a little bit unstable around this portion in time, because a lot of things could be going around in your life and you really don't know how to deal with so many things, right? So you could be prioritizing this and then you are forgetting that, or you could be forgetting the other thing and prioritizing. So you're in the middle of a lot of situations right now, right? Now take it in the way, it could be professional, it could be personal. So you are definitely finding a sense of not being very confident with regards to your energy in the 3D, right? But because of that, you have to be very clear intellectually. That's where the Queen of Swords shows up. if you're very clear with your logic, with your rationale, right? And she is very wise. And not only is she wise, she can call a spade a spade. I call her the, what, you know, she's one of those blunt, bitter, acid-tongued female, the Queen of Swords. But the reason she has become this is because she has a lot of learning lesson in her life. This Queen of Swords hasn't become a Queen of Swords overnight. She has gone through a lot of learning lesson in her life that has allowed her to have this quality in her. So she can have both qualities, because right now you can be in touch with somebody who has both qualities, Taurus, or you can be in touch with two different people. One who is very sharp-tongued and intellectual and intelligent, and the other person could be very, very soft-spoken, unconditionally loves you. You could also be that, in touch with two different kind of personalities or energy for yourself. Or you could be by yourself, you know, you could be by yourself getting into this kind of energy, because right now your focus is on being the Empress. Your focus is to bring back your abundance. Your focus is to bring back your health, your wealth, your fertility, your vitality, and your success in life, right? So you are kind of embodying what I'm getting. You're kind of embodying a lot of energies, and you're kind of changing yourself. Wherever you have to be sharp, you're being very sharp. Wherever you have to be soft, you're being a little bit soft, right? There is, you know what I'm getting? So that is kind of a stability factor as well for you. So you're not being very blunt and sharp. Wherever you think that it's not right, you're mellowing down. You're becoming very soft, a little gooey kind, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you are doing that because you're trying to balance your stability and confidence in the real world as well, which is good news. Which is good news, because you're ending that karmic debt, right? Then you have the King of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Hermit. Wow. Okay. So there is something, it's a bigger vision in life with the King of Wands, right? You could see the Hermit energy is talking about you having isolated yourself from a difficult situation, is more so I'm getting. You know, you having isolated yourself from a difficult situation, and you're kind of thinking about a lot of things, of reorganizing. So for which you could be in touch with somebody who, because you got the King of Wands, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So you want to give your love to somebody, Taurus, right? And you're wondering how you start the whole situation. It could be a love affair that I'm reading for at this point. But other than a love affair, it also could be a situation that you're looking at from a deep commitment point of view, guys. Yeah, you could be looking at some kind of a deep commitment towards somebody that you have definitely tattooed in your heart. Taurus, you guys rock. Yeah, y'all have definitely tattooed somebody in your heart, and you're like, I want that person. I want that person, right? You want to give birth to something, no doubt about it. Because this energy is, like I say, it's a tattoo on your heart. right? And you got the Queen of Cups and you got the King of Cups. There is a definite connection of some kind in here. Very loving, bonding connection between two people, right? But there's a but here. There's a but here. You're kind of reorganizing your self-belief, looking into this picture, looking into a long-term, it's a long-term goal that you are looking at for yourself, not just 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 year. So you're definitely thinking about this situation a lot, because you're planning something eventually for a long-term project kind of a situation here, guys. So that's where probably you're playing with your intellectual ability and your stability, both. Yeah, you're playing with both your intellectual ability and stability here, because whatever you're doing, you want that long-term settlement in here, guys. That's what I'm getting for the moment. Okay, but whatever is tattooed in your heart will not leave you. Let's look at the Empress energy. Please talk to me about the Empress here. And it's a spiritual growth for some of you guys too, right? It's a very long-term spiritual growth. Yeah, see the Seven of Cups and the Tower. Yeah, there is a change. There is a complete change in your understanding, right? Where you had been kind of procrastinating, delaying, taking decisions, making decisions, wondering if you how many options you have to take this call, whatever that call, whatever the tattoo in your heart means, right? So you were kind of sitting quiet, like you were dreaming about this, you were wanting this, but you did not have the courage, or maybe you did not have the option. You were looking for options. So that is with the Tower, that option is washing away. It's not going to be there for you anymore. You won't have any option. You will have to jump into that situation, because whatever option, whatever procrastination, whatever delay you have had making a decision on this issue is crumbling. So you will have to act quickly on this situation, 100%. You have the Lover, the Nine of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the World card. Okay, yeah, there is a completion. There is definitely, that's what I told you, there is a karmic debt, a completion that is happening in here, where you have been holding on to a situation for way too long, guys. Way too long, and you are tired of that, because now you're realizing that whatever you had been holding on to for whatever, with the Eight of Swords, and you had not been allowing yourself to feel happy, to get out of a situation, is all ending. That situation is ending because you will have no option left anymore but to take a decision on this particular situation as quickly as you can. Because you have been hanging on to something for way too long. Because you know what I feel? Like I said, a karmic debt is coming to an end. You have had a karmic debt for a long time. Now take it in the way it resonates with you, right? And that karmic debt had been a cause of a regret to you. It had cost you a lot of defeat, but you had refused to own up to that defeat. You had refused. You were fighting against the defeat energy, because you were not being able to make a decision on something in your life that you wanted, and yet you could not move forward because you failed to take a logical decision and a call on that particular issue for yourself, Taurus, right? So this is where you're planning on a long-term project here, and that is what you're going to be working for at this point in time, because that's where your focus is. That's where your focus is, guys. Because like I said, you're coming to a point of not getting any more options, or not getting the opportunity to create any more delay in your life. You won't get that option. That particular situation is getting out of your control. You won't have control over that anymore. You won't. You will have to take a call on this situation within the span in time in order for you to relieve yourself and walk out of a situation and end a karmic debt that you have been serving for a very long time, Taurus. Okay, enjoy this reading, guys. Until I see you once again, till then, goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz. Namaste.